We are headed north. And I can't, everything's backwards right now. There we go. Headed north into the North Maine woods on the Golden Road. And we have a fun little fact for you today. Why do they call it the Golden Road?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Because of the cost of building the road.
It cost them gold.
The last log drive was in 1971, so they needed a means of getting wood to the mills, and they started building this Golden Road. Back then, the paper company had all kinds of money, so it wasn't a problem for them to spend it. And now there's no more paper mills. Just us using the roads.
And the occasional moose crossing.
That's right.
So we're looking for deer. We had a good spot, which I'm sure we'll go into today. And it used to be a really good old grown-up timber spot with really good deer trails near a wintering area for them. So later in November was always really good. But I don't know, like what, 4 years ago? 4 years ago they went in and hacked it all up and cut it up, and now all that's in there is moose. So we're gonna go in and just make sure that's all that's still in there, and then start on our adventure trying to find deer in the giant North Maine woods. So whoa, whoa. It's the Golden Road, unmaintained. So we'll see you in the woods. All right, we're heading into the woods. Hour and a half drive or so from the house into a completely new spot that we've been looking at a lot of topo maps and Google Earth and stuff. And once we made the decision to move spots, we've been doing a lot of research and looked like this spot had some potential. So we got like 4 trail cameras with us right now, and this is literally our first time stepping into this area, so kind of exciting because who knows what we're gonna find. So we already found a moose bed, so that's kind of cool. Deer species, just not the deer species we're after, but so we'll show you what we find.
It's opening day rifle season. We're headed into the stand. We got a good feeling.
Hold on. Yep. Yep. I'm on him. He's coming in. Okay. I can't see him yet. Okay, I can see him. You can stop him when he gets on the other side of the tree. Okay, you can stop him.
Back.
Right.
Back.
Yeah, kill him whenever. This next opening, kill him. Yeah. Right. 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 Right in the point of the shoulder. Go down, go down. He stopped up there, but you hit him hard.
I liked him.
He put on a show, too. Good job, Eddie. Good job. I don't know what he is. Is he an 8-point?
Yeah.
He is.
A small basket. That basket.
Yeah, it's a nice buck. Come into rattling instantly. Robin, I got all that on footage. Good job.
Oh my god.
Good shot. I'm glad we didn't shoot when you did.
I know. We waited. That was perfect.
But he was staring us. I was like this for the whole entire time. My man was like, I'm gonna shoot him.
I was like, that was the one I wanted. That was the one I wanted.
My wife is no slouch when it comes to deer hunting. The year before this hunt, actually, I took her out for the very first time ever and grunted in this 9-point right behind me, and she shot that and it went 30 yards. So we were excited, we were optimistic, but I had a weird feeling in the back of my head. I could tell by how she hit this deer that it was a shoulder shot. She broke something, but in the back of my head, like I said, it just something wasn't quite right. Every deer that I've ever shot in the shoulder hasn't gone out of my sight. We got down, we met up with my dad. He was a couple hundred yards away. We gave the deer probably 45 minutes, actually. We walked up there, we did jump the deer. He was not bedded. He was just kind of standing there, or at least we didn't find a bed. It was 8:30 in the morning when she shot him, and we stopped tracking him. The last time that we jumped him was just before 3 o'clock, and we had to get back to the truck before it was dark. The deer, within probably 300 yards of us first shooting him, made probably 6 scrapes and rubs. So he carried on with his day like nothing had even happened to him. He never bedded down once, or at least that we could see he never bedded down once, and we only jumped him the 2 times. So he was on a mission to go somewhere. Sarah was extremely upset, which any hunter that shoots a deer and doesn't find it is. Not only are you not upset because you're not going to get to bring that deer home and put meat in your freezer, but you're wounding an animal, and nobody wants to do that. That's one of the worst feelings that you can have as a hunter, is wounding an animal and not recovering it, not knowing whether or not that animal survived or not. But luckily the next year we did get pictures of that buck again. I never saw him in person, but I think I got 2 or 3 daylight pictures and 2 or 3 nighttime pictures of this buck. So I know we started the show with exploring the North Maine woods, trying to find somewhere else to deer hunt, because that was pretty much our last opportunity we ever had at a decent deer. in those stands area, in that stand area. Well, we weren't very successful. Summertime, I hate scouting in the summertime. It's just hot. Nothing's really moving. If they're moving, it's just from bedding to food. So it's a really small area that they're using this time of year. And to find that area is nice, but they're not always going to stay in that area. Usually once they shed their velvet, they move on. So I think we found some spots that, you know, if we get snow on the ground and later in the year, I think are going to be pretty good. But as of right now, there's nothing in there. We saw some wildlife, some birds, and I think we saw a toad, and we found where deer made a poop trap. And you know, we have a lot of natural, pretty good food that grows in our woods, between the berries and the mushrooms and the chaga. You know, there's all kinds of roots and all kinds of different stuff that we can eat. And I don't recommend going and just eating anything, because there's a lot of stuff out there that can make you really, really sick and or kill you. So Dad and I were driving a road going to probably another one of our spots to scout, and he happened to see one of our favorite, I don't really know if they're called vegetables or not. I'm going to call it a vegetable because that's what it most resembles to me, but it's a root. We just spotted some of our favorite wild vegetables, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know much about them, but I know they're mighty good eating. They have a white root. Normally you'd have a little shovel to get at them, but you can dig with your hands until you see the white root. If you try to pull it up from here, it'll just break off, so try to dig down as far as you can. That's the back end of it. It's going this way, so you just try to get under that and push up. Doesn't that look delicious?
Looks like a grub. What's it called?
This is called an Indian cucumber. Break that off like that. Wash it up. Try that, my son.
You try that. Tell me what it tastes like.
You see, it's got a very crisp center. Very crunchy.
It's kind of like a radishy, cucumbery kind of.
Yeah, it's got a flavor of cucumber, a little bit.
But with the radish kind of consistency.
But you can see the plant.
This is huge plants compared to where we normally pick them.
Yeah, these are very, very big. Ooh.
Did you stick up the butt?
Yeah, I did. This is the back end. These are very large ones.
Yeah, really big compared to, but the whole, I mean, you look at that whole plant. It's a 3-foot plant. Normally they're like that high when we, earlier in the spring, but
and you can see the seeds. I normally like to harvest them in the fall when these turn color, and that way when you pick the root, you can plant those back in where you picked them. And I'll still do that right now, but that will ensure future growth. But any time of year they're good to eat, especially if it could be a survival food for you if you're lost in the woods. And you can see the type of mixed growth that they grow in. That's yours.
thanks, man.
Sure.
Yeah, very cucumbery, but with radish.
Yeah,
It's like a softer radish. Good stuff though.
Very good.
Very refreshing tasting.